Now it's just after a 10 to 8 on a Thursday morning on Breakfast in Dorset, 103.8 FM, and you might be able to hear in the background some shuffling around. Well, there's a man just arrived in the studio with some wonderfully framed paintings of the most fantastic wildlife you would ever wish to see. We've got zebras, we've got elks, we've got pumas and all sorts. Now, it is time for our Dorset Live slot, and today we do welcome a wildlife artist who has received a number of awards for his work. We're talking about Paul Matthews. Paul's from Puddletown, and he's recently received the Chester Zoo Award for a painting of a chimpanzee at the National Exhibition of Wildlife Artists. That was last year, sorry. This year, Paul's won the Endangered Species competition at the BIC Shards exhibition for his painting Amur Tiger Cold Stare. Paul, thank you ever so much for coming in this morning and traipsing all those paintings around the streets of Dorchester to come into our studios. This is fantastic. When did you get involved, first of all, with this this hobby?
I've been doing it for about 30 or 40 years. You know, ever since I can remember starting to draw and paint, I've been doing it. It's about 2012 that I started doing it professionally. I left Dorset County Council and decided to become a full-time artist.
My word, I'm looking for transferable skills there on the CV, Paul, from a Dorset County councillor to an artist.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And these aren't any old paintings. I mean, you're a very modest man, I can tell, but these are absolutely terrific. Where did where did the inspiration come from?
I just go on trips around the world. I've been to Botswana a couple of times, in Kenya, and also go to Scandinavia. My other half, Annie, is Danish, so we go there quite often. The links that you've got here, I'm sorry, it's not very good radio.
I think I said puma, didn't I? I'm ever so sorry.
No, that's okay, don't worry. It's European links, and it's one from southern Denmark. It's the one next to it, it's not an elk, it's fallow deer. That's a local one.
Oh, you're showing up my wildlife knowledge here.
That's okay.
It is absolutely abysmal, Paul. I'm ever so sorry. Yeah, just tell us about the deer there and what you've painted.
Yeah, it's I usually try and get this sort of dark light feel to them, and I'm trying to get an early morning look. And this is one from Longleat. It's one of the Longleat fallow deer. The one next to it, the lynx, that was another People's Choice at the BBC Shards about 3 years ago. The tiger that's actually won it is such a big painting, it's difficult to take it to bring here.
This is the Amur Tiger Cold Stare.
Exactly.
When did you paint that?
That was earlier this year. Another one from Denmark, funny enough.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's a beautiful animal. The stare was incredible. I just thought I had to do a painting of that.
I'm just looking them here in bedazzlement, really. How long would it take? How long did it take you to do the tiger, for example?
The tiger, actually, because I do changes, like the backgrounds I sort of imagine in my head. I get some examples of what the habitats look like. In this case, it's like Russia. It's the south of Russia, on the North Korean border, and then I build up the tiger in front, and it probably took about 80 hours in total to do, because there's so much detail in the fur. Yeah. Some of them are a lot quicker, like the lynx was a lot quicker than that.
I was in St Ives recently in Cornwall, and there was an exhibition down there of this, I can't remember the woman's name, but she's got these fantastic pictures of just the faces of animals, and the eyes are almost like human, the eyes, and she seems to be going a storm at the moment. Are animal paintings very much in vogue, and wildlife paintings?
They are picking up. People still the galleries tend to think that they're not fine art. That's why I also do portraiture as well. That's for the main gallery stuff. But wildlife is definitely picking up, and if you've got that certain style, then they will be seen as wildlife. As fine art paintings.
And that's an important point, isn't it? I mean, style. Do you tend to stick to one style, or do you tend to sort of vary your style with painting to painting?
It tends to be quite, as an artist, you tend to get your own style anyway, but you build it up over years, and then it's slowly you get your fine style worked out. I know the zebra there is slightly different, it's more lighter. I try to sort of change over from dark type pictures to light, so bring the changes.
It's quite difficult, isn't it, talking about paintings on the radio, because it's the
It
sort of thing
is.
you'd want to put online, or perhaps we can put these on our Facebook page, or perhaps we can get South Today to do an article, because
Yes.
it's well worthwhile for sure. And you've described the lynx, the zebra, and the deer as well. I could just imagine walking into Longleat or Moonfleet Manor down at Fleet and
Yes.
seeing all these displayed all over the high ceiling
Yes.
walls.
Yes.
Do you have many at home?
Not many. Most of them are exhibitions. Unfortunately, I had 3 stolen about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Gosh.
At,
What happened there?
Yeah, a manor house. There's a break-in, and 20 pieces of artwork was stolen, including 3 of my paintings.
And
There's 7 sculptures as well.
Oh gosh, that's devastating.
So-
Were they recovered?
No, they're still unrecovered.
Oh,
The police
that's-
are looking into it, but
Well, I'm really sorry to hear that, Paul. You've got your own website where you sell your work. How hard is it to let that work go once you've spent hours of...
you put your life and soul into them, Lawrence. is like, it is a tear, but ultimately you're there, hopefully to make a living out of it as well.
We've seen the paintings; they're brilliant. What's next on the agenda for you, Paul?
Well, I'm thinking of doing a series of ethnic portraits, along with other animal paintings as well. I've got a great grey owl painting it on the easel at the moment that I'm working on, and then I'll start the portraits afterwards, and a couple of commissions, horse commissions, and so forth.
Paul, it's great to have you in. Paul Matthews from Puddletown, who's had a number of awards for his wildlife pictures and paintings. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you.
That's Paul there with us on Breakfast in Dorset. It's coming up towards 8 o'clock.